Man, the Boston Celtics, they've been impressing me as of late. They are 40, actually they're 50 and 30 as of this game, beating the Chicago Bulls 117 to 94. It was a great game overall. Most of the starters scored in double figures, and today we're going to go over the box score, talking about each player, talking about the game overall, and what's going to be happening in the playoffs, because as of right now, they are, if I look at the standings right now, they are a top seed in the East. Looking at the table, they are standing at the second seed behind the Miami Heat, standing at 50 and 30 over the season. So we're going to talk about the Boston Celtics and where I see them moving forward. So what's up? I'm JDC. If you like the video, drop a like down below, subscribe to the channel. I'd appreciate it. We got a Celtics video here, so all you Celtics fans, I'd appreciate it if you guys drop a like and sub to the channel. So getting into the box score, initially, they played pretty well, especially in the first quarter. That was mostly where the damage was done on offense, and everyone played fairly well for the most part. So looking at it, we got Jason Tatum with 16 points, 10 rebounds, and 8 assists, a near triple-double, 2 steals and a block on 5 of 18 from the field and 1 8 from 3. Tatum, efficiency-wise, wasn't all that great, but he was able to distribute the ball and also rebound the ball too. So he was also a plus 22, and most of the starters, actually all of them, were in the positives for the plus and minus. So that's a good sign to see, especially going into the playoffs. So next we got Al Horford, 17 points, 10 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals and a block on perfect efficiency, 7 of 7 from the field and 3 of 3 from 3. So Al Horford, he's definitely been huge for this team. Interior wise and rebounding wise has been a huge plus side for this team, but also his scoring output being around like 35 years old, I want to say. So at his age, he's been able to provide to the Celtics team, and over the season averaging around 10 points per game, 8 rebounds, pretty great overall stats for a vet right there, and provides that veteran experience that they really need, especially with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown both being fairly young still at around 24 years old. So bring in Al Horford, who has that veteran experience, that playoff experience. It's going to help this team in the long run. So next, we got Daniel Theis filling in for Robert Williams with his injury. 15 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist on 6 of 12 from the field and 1 of 4 from 3. I think Daniel Theis, he definitely was an underrated pickup from the Celtics team. He has been absolutely amazing for this team in the stead of Robert Williams. Even on the bench, he was still providing some good numbers, I guess, but now moving into the starting lineup, he's been pretty much balling. So instead of Robert Williams in the lineup, Daniel Theis has been giving them some good defense while also giving them some good offense. Nothing on the level of Robert Williams, because Williams is like a double-double machine, averaging like 2 blocks a game. So Daniel Theis isn't going to be doing that, but he can provide in other areas like scoring and rebounding today. So good game, Daniel Theis. Next, we got Marcus Smart with 9 points, 6 assists, 2 rebounds, 1 steal and 1 block on 3 of 7 from the field and 3 of 6 from 3. I've never said this in a video, and I don't think this is going to age well, but I don't think Marcus Smart is that much of a better point guard than any of the other point guards in the league. I think he's more of a shooting guard, a two-way shooting guard at that, someone that's going to be playing defense while also being able to shoot the ball. I think he's going to be a good three-point shooter and a good player moving forward into the future. I just don't think that he's a true point guard. He can play the shooting guard and the point guard. I just don't think he's really suited for the point guard. Now, over the season, he actually is averaging 6 assists, so my take is probably going to be aging wrong or aging pretty horribly. But Marcus Smart, I just don't get the vibe. Not saying that he can or he cannot be a true point guard in the future. I just think that, in my opinion, I don't think he's a true point guard and what they're really looking for on this team. And moving forward, I think they really do need someone that's going to be able to score on offense, because tonight he had 9 points on 3 of 7 from the field, which is the second lowest alongside Al Horford in terms of shot attempts. So if they can get a point guard that can just run the offense, shoot, and have some good playmaking, then I would be all for that. But Marcus Smart is filling in the position pretty well. So finally, for the starting lineup, we have Jaylen Brown, 25 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 steals, and 1 block. Jaylen Brown, man, he's been absolutely amazing. 10 of 21 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3. He's been surprising me, and I've said this in previous Celtics videos if you guys want to check it out, but I've said that Jaylen Brown is probably one of the more underrated shooting guards in the league, averaging 24 points per game, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. He's one of the more underrated two-way players in the league. We have Kawhi Leonard, Paul George being some good two-way players, Marcus Smart being a good two-way player, but Jaylen Brown, he's been able to get it done on offense and defense, and this game especially, they could not stop Jaylen Brown on offense. And I remember this one play. I think it was like in the post, the left post, he was backing down someone. I forgot who it was. I think it was DeMar DeRozan, and he was backing him down, and he did a post fade, and it was butter because that's probably one of his best shots in his arsenal right now. And Jaylen Brown, he's definitely an underrated shooter. So him alongside Jason Tatum are definitely a great duo. And moving forward, I think they're going to be two important pieces. I remember at the start of the season, people were questioning Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum's ability to coexist, and now no one's even questioning it at all because they are in the playoffs and they're the second seed. So looking at the bench, there's only two players to really know. Derek White, 10 points, 3 assists, and 1 rebound. And Aaron Naismith with 8 points and 1 rebound. I've said this before in previous videos, but Derek White has definitely been underwhelming for this team. I really thought the Celtics would get the Spurs Derek White where he would be scoring like 20 points some nights and giving you some assists and some rebounds, but he's been very subpar for this team. And what the Celtics were expecting definitely weren't met with Derek White. So honestly, like in the offseason, they really do need to go out and get some good bench pieces, because looking at it right now, no one on this bench is going to be scoring double figures each night. They really do need a good 6-man. That was supposed to be Dennis Schroeder, but they traded him for Daniel Tice to fill in some positions. And looking at it right now, that might bite them in the butt because they don't really have some scoring off the bench. So if they could actually bring Dennis Schroeder back in the offseason, because he is on a 1-year deal. So if they can bring him back, then I would be all for that. Get a good center off the bench and just get some good forwards. And we're talking about basically a championship contender right here. So looking at the Bulls side of things, I'll go over it pretty briefly. They were getting stopped a lot on offense. Zach LaVine absolutely shut down with 7 points, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. 2 of 9 from the field and 0 of 5 from 3. He was straight brick today. It was a horrible watch for Zach LaVine, and he's gonna have these games sometimes. Just that today it wasn't his day on offense, and he's gonna have these days. Just gotta do better. We got DeRozan and Vucevic, two of their best players today. DeRozan with 16 points, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds, 2 steals. 6 of 16 from the field and 1 of 1 from 3. DeRozan was trying to do everything on offense today. It's just that the supporting pieces couldn't really do anything. And Nikola Vucevic, 13 points, 7 rebounds, and 1 assist with a steal on 5 of 13 from the field and 1 of 3 from 3. It was a horrible outing from basically everyone on the Bulls. I mean, looking at the bench right now, Tristan Thompson, 10 points and 6 rebounds. Kobe White with 10 points and 3 rebounds. They're going to have these type of games, but in the playoffs especially, they can't have these games because they're going to need to keep up a high level of play. And if they're going to be able to stick up with teams like Boston or even Miami or even Milwaukee, then they're going to have to be on top of their game without their primary ball handler and Lonzo Ball. So hopefully that the Bulls can get it going pretty soon. Good win from the Celtics. They do have around like 2-1 games left. So they do versus Milwaukee next. Tomorrow, actually. The day I'm recording this, Wednesday, April 6th. So yeah, they do versus Milwaukee tomorrow. Going to be a huge testament to their team because they do got Giannis, Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton, all these guys. Bobby Portis, Brook Lopez is back in the mix. So it's going to be a good game. Probably going to make another video depending on if they win. And, let's see it. So go Celtics. That's the end of the video. I'm JDC, and my peace.